Hi, how you doing? It's Richard from Ignite Growth, and I just thought I'd run through a growth strategy from driving traffic through marketing, through your sales process, down to operations and delivery, and then service and support, because each of these elements needs planning out. You can see here there's different offers at different stages of the process. There's also different metrics that we're measuring as a conversion. So there's website conversion here, offer conversions here. There's your email sequences that's going out to customers once they've shared, or prospective buyers once they've shared their email address and their name with you through one of these offer funnels that you send them through when they get to your website. So this is all about converting that website traffic that you're generating from social media, from paid ad campaigns, from Google searches, from people reading your blog content, visiting your website homepage because they've probably got some offline content from you as well. So a letter, leaflets, they've met you at a trade show, so they're going through your website as well. So making sure that we're converting those people. So I just thought I'd run through this whole process and how it fits together in a growth strategy so that you can grow your business in a predictable manner. And that's the key point. It needs to be predictable for you. So basically, the starting point for any growth strategy should be revenue driven. So you should be setting yourself a revenue goal for the next 12 months, the next 24 months, the next 3 years. So where are you now and where do you want to be? And then we develop a growth strategy, map that out, that growth strategy back from that revenue goal. So you've got your revenue goal in mind, so it might be £1 million of net new revenue you want to generate. How many customers does that equate to? So you need to know average order values. So average order value will tell you exactly how many customers you need to generate over the next 12 months, the next 24 months to hit that £1 million of net new revenue. So what are your average order values? How many customers do you need? And then what's your conversion rate from a lead in the CRM here? What's your conversion rate from a lead when you send people through your sales process? What's the conversion rate from lead to customer? So is it 25%? Is it 1 in 4 leads that you generate that actually turn into a customer and revenue for your business? If it's 1 in 4, then we know that we need 4 times as many leads as those customers we have identified. So working back down your business model and your funnel, how many leads do you need to generate? And where are those leads being stored? Do you have a single source of truth in a CRM system? Do you have a platform such as HubSpot who can allow you to automate a lot of your ads, a lot of your traffic production, your blog, your landing pages, thank you pages, your email workflows, your automation? So what's the single source of truth at the heart of your business that is going to allow you to make data-driven decisions? And that's key, isn't it, for us? We don't want really opinion anymore around the boardroom table. We want black and white stats showing us that we're generating those leads that are then being handed to sales, and that the conversion process that we're measuring, the metrics and conversion at each stage of our sales process, is working as we expect it to work. Because that is how we get predictable business growth. Conversion is everything to me. These are the metrics that we have to really have at the heart of our business growth and be reporting on every week and every month. I think conversion wise, when we're optimizing any conversion metric, it's really got to be done over a 4-week period to get enough data through it to get some sort of meaningful data back to make a decision on. So nothing's going to work straight away. Again, that's the key thing with this. All of this, because we're measuring each element, we can tweak and optimize, we can plan it out, execute it, get the data, the feedback of what happened, and then we optimize to improve that result. So your outcome really to get that £1 million or whatever your revenue growth goal is pretty guaranteed. It's just a matter of having the metrics in the right places to be measuring to show it, basically working back through that process. So we've gone through revenue. This is the revenue I want to generate in the next 12 months. Then we've broken it down into how many orders we need, how many customers we need to generate that net new revenue. How many leads do I need going through my system over the next 12 months to get to that number of customers? And then what are our lead sources? So in the modern digital transformed business, much of that will be generated up from digital and social media platforms, from Google search, from people consuming your blog content, consuming your video content, engaging with you on social media. So a lot of those digital platforms, especially post-COVID, have become super important for the lead generation. So have you got a strategy in place for your traffic sources? Organic traffic sources, paid traffic sources, social media traffic sources, all of these can be set up. But you've got to identify how many leads you're expecting to generate from each of those sources and then measure that. You know, in paid ad campaigns, we know we can spend an X amount of money to generate so many leads. Now, if those leads convert at the right value, we have an ROI. We know from that spend, we generated this amount of revenue for our business. So again, keep that in mind when you're planning out your growth strategy like this. And then once you've got your lead sources in places, where do you send that traffic? I would say nearly all the traffic that you control needs to go through a landing page with a relevant offer to put in front of that person. So they've come across you in a Google search. You need to send them then to a page that answers their search. Make it very relevant to what they were searching on Google. Same on YouTube. If you've got some YouTube ads running or someone comes across your YouTube videos, they don't want to go to your homepage and then be left there to find out through your navigation what they're looking for. You need to send them through a very, very controlled process. So you're adding value, you're teaching and sharing insightful information with them to move them along that buyer's journey. So again, everything should go through a landing page. Once someone fills the details in on a landing page, they go to a thank you page. So you can actually deliver a conversion offer to them on a thank you page. And again, that's important because we need a metric in there. We need to know how well that landing page is converting with our target audience. So how many people saw that page and how many people went to that page. And again, in between here, we can set up custom audiences for retargeting. So someone who went here but didn't go to here didn't give us their details. There was definitely a level of interest because they went to that page in the first place, but they didn't give us their details. So what we can do on social media, on Google, we can set up custom audiences for retargeting. People call it remarketing. It's basically, we know they're aware of our brand, they've shown an interest of some level, but for some reason life got in the way or they didn't have the level of interest to give us their details to go into the next page here. So we can now remarket to them. So whenever they're on Google, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on YouTube, we can talk to them. And that's a very, very powerful audience. You'll pick another 20%, 25% of leads up just by having remarketing campaigns working well. And in some places like LinkedIn, most of your paid campaigns should be aimed at remarketing campaigns. You know, finding new leads on LinkedIn through paid can be very expensive, but actually by having your website pixeled for a custom audience, by having your offer pages pixeled for custom audiences and building up these people who are aware of your brand, it can be a very cost-effective way of gaining new leads and knowing that they're your target audience, highly targeted traffic that's coming through. Everything's going in your CRM. Once they do give us their email addresses, then we need to nurture that relationship. So not sell. Please get that clear. Do not sell to people at this stage. Really what we're doing here is we're setting up an email workflow that's going out every other day. An email goes out to them sharing useful content. Yes, by all means, if you think there's a really obvious place to put in a call to action, book a meeting with us, would you like to discuss this further, you know, then definitely have calls to action in your emails. In fact, it's pretty much a vital thing not to miss out here. But I would say start that in email 3 or 4. Don't go straight in for the sell and book a meeting. All right, build a relationship, share value with people. Remember, they've downloaded something that's been interesting. So talk to them about this offer here that they've downloaded? Was it a video series they're watching? What was it in one of your videos that you can pick up on a point that you think is a key point to talk about? Okay, so this is really an email nurture that's coming along. Now the whole aim of that email nurture is to set up a connect call or maybe a strategy call. You go straight into a strategy call with your sales team, but that should be a very natural process where that person is requesting that call. All right, so your sales team aren't cold calling everybody. They're waiting for this inbound lead, this person who's come through the website, seen that you can help them with their challenge or their pain, and they've now naturally turned into an initial call. And here your sales team probably is spending 15-20 minutes on an initial call one that will then allow the sales team to see if they can help. You know, is this someone that we can help? Talk about the challenges that they're facing, the gaps, some of the opportunities they have, what are their goals, you know, what are they trying to achieve? You know, that's really what all your connect calls should be about. It shouldn't be talking about you. Again, please stop selling to people as soon as you speak to them. Offer value, build value, get that relationship, nurture that thought leadership, show them that you are the people to be trusted, because once that call's in place, then a percentage turn into this longer hour-long strategy call or maybe a solutions call, you know, something really that's going to expand on that first call in a second call. So we would say this call 2 is going to be about an hour long, and by the end of that hour you should know exactly what their problems are and how you can help them solve those problems, and they should be confident that they're talking to the right person by the end of that call. And then that should naturally lead into offer 2, which will be your primary offer. So this might not be your core offer, this might not be a core offer here. This is really what we call a get started offer. We like the land and expand model of starting small with someone and then building out our services. Building out other things that we can do. So there's a downsell, there's an upsell, our core offer and relationship maybe over a 12-month period. But starting with something small, again, removes the fear from here, from that person. You can get started. You've got, yes, we can help you. This is how everything we do will really help you achieve what you're trying to achieve, Mr. Customer. Let's get started. So is there a primary offer you can develop for your business, a service, a product, a solution that you can get started with? Okay, and then that relationship now has turned from just a lead into a customer and revenue for the business. So that's revenue 1 here is hitting here, and then there's 3 or 4 different revenue sources to be built on from there as that relationship strengthens, and that's where your operations and delivery is important, customer service and support, that's where your cross-sells and upsells can be generated, reviews, testimonials, referrals for the sales team, so referring people back into this process. So that's how it all fits together. And I just wanted to map that out so that there was a video to help people see the end-to-end process. From initially having our goal, identifying who our customer is and how we get in front of them, through how we build relationships with them, how the sales process should be very natural and helping people so they naturally convert into revenue and customers. But then that's just a start. We then focus on remarkable delivery, building relationships with that customer base, and then that'll enable cross-sells, upsells, and the business to grow towards that revenue goal that you've planned out at the start of this, that goal. So hopefully that's a useful video. I just wanted to go through the process because this is where Ignite Growth can really help you. Strategically planning this out, mapping it out. Digital transformation comes into this. Obviously, there's elements of this that people won't be using now. And it goes right through your business, digital transformation. But in my mind, digital transformation isn't about the latest piece of software or the latest technology in your company. It's about business growth. So every element of what you do in your business, modernizing it, finding the digital way to do it. Doesn't mean that offline dies altogether. There's still going to be lead generation opportunities offline, but we have to accept that the majority of buyers now will do their own research on social, digital media. They'll be doing searches on Google search. That's how we can get involved very early on in that buyer's journey and position our business as the people who can help them the best. So hopefully that was useful. If you've got any questions, just email me on richard@ignitegrowth.co.uk and I'll happily help you. Take care.